Hey, welcome to part 2 of obedience. I didn't really clarify last video that was obedience part 1, but I feel like you can get the gist about how we need to obey God and just keep moving. So like I said earlier, you don't have to watch these in chronological order, but for this one it would be good to watch part 1 and then come back and watch this one. Alright, let's talk about some obedience again. You know, one of the greatest things that's ever helped me is just thinking as God as your actual father, because he is. You know, sometimes I think of God just being, you know, he's just there, and of course he listens to us and he can talk to us, but I'm just like, yeah, you know, God's there, he's in control of the whole universe, you know, but I don't feel like truly connected to him. I'm sure some people have felt the same way as well. You just gotta remember, God created you, and whenever you're in your mother's womb, he knew exactly where you would be at right now. He knew you'd be listening to a bonehead like me on YouTube. He knew the person that you would be in this very exact moment as I'm speaking and you're watching. Now you need to take that perspective, and you need to think of that perspective whenever you're praying or when you're talking to him or when you're seeking for advice. It would be the same thing you would do with your earthly father or your earthly mother. We also need to think of God as our father and as our parent as well. And I promise you, if you think that way, it'll change your complete outlook of God and the way you pray and the way you talk to him and the way you listen to him. So when you feel that stirring of the heart and he's telling you to do something, it's going to give you a lot more strength and a lot more comfort to go at it and just to charge it in full force, knowing that he's right with you because he's your father and he loves you. It's important to be obedient to God, but you also need to be obedient to your father and your mother, and whatever family situation you're in or whoever your mentor is. You need to be respectful, but you also need to think of God as your father as well. I promise you, like I said, if you think of this in that way, you can trust in God so much more, knowing that he created you just for a purpose and he loves you. Bottom line, listen to your father and step out in obedience.